Hi guys!
Hello.
We're out in the wild today together. Bye, Katie.
We're out at Barnes & Noble on this beautiful Sunday morning. Did I say to Barnes & Noble? Yeah. Sorry guys, my memory is not that good, okay? For anybody that knows me knows my memory is not the best. But we're outside at Barnes & Noble. We are here to get a book because we're going to start a new book club. And we wanted to tie in with our community, with our podcast, Seriously Girl Talk, and as well as Spill It Sis. So our book club is going to be called Café con Leche, right? You know.
Café.
Leche.
Duh.
And, you know, it's also like a sense of belonging within our community, right? Because we are both Latinas. So in our community, in our culture, like, we eat or we drink a lot of coffee. So it was Destiny's idea. I actually have my coffee here too. It's iced today. But Destiny came out with this great name of Café con Leche, and I thought it was a beautiful, beautiful name for the both of us and for our book club. So to go a little bit in depth about what we'll be doing in our book club and how it's going to tie into Seriously Girl Talk and Spill It Sis, right? We have a lot of conversations on our podcast, and we have all these conversations, but we don't have a follow through in work, right? Like personal growth. How are we going to work on things that we should work on? And I thought, you know, like, what about starting a book club where we read a book and we talk about how it felt for us relating to the book, and also ways that we can grow, right? Because reading is fundamental. Knowledge is power. And how do we do that? Through reading. So I don't know if you want to add anything.
Well, no, I think you said everything. I was just going to add how we ended up choosing the book. Like, basically,
because the light got bright in here.
I chose 2 books and Katie chose 2 books, and then we did like a random spinner, which next time we should probably do it live. That would be fun.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah. So stay tuned, keep watching so you can see what book ended up being chosen for our first choice.
Yeah. You have to get that for Azio.
I will not be getting this for Azio, so he doesn't start life early. Oh my god, this is so cool. Look, stackers, cap stackers. Now I see why they like being in the toy section. I was gonna get this for Ari. Look.
That's cute. The Glass Castle is a great book, but we read that in
I read that already.
In English. Yeah, I read it already too. Crying in the Bathroom. Okay, so let's read this one. Growing up as the daughter of a Mexican immigrant in Chicago of 90s, Erika L. Sanchez was a self-described para, misfit and disappointment, a foul-mouthed something. Okay. This is a good book.
Oh, there's a part 2. I'm sorry.
Okay, so this one, Crying in the Bathroom, I'm gonna add this on my list of books to read next time.
Part 2. I want to die, but I still want to eat.
Okay, yo quiero.
Katie's over me.
Yo quiero un libro de una Latina, okay?
Oh,
That's
is that what you want? Okay.
Yes, a book. Well, it doesn't have
Do you
to
want
be,
it
but I
to
would
be
prefer
Do you
it.
want it in Spanish?
No, I can't read in Spanish.
She's like,
I'm gonna be
speaking it a
like,
little too-
yo estaba trabajando el día lunes, yada yada yada. I'd be like, okay, skip, because I don't know that word in Spanish. But I just want like something that relates, you know, to me and.
So why don't we read the book Dominicana?
You read it already?
No, I have it, but I never read it.
So, you know, I want like a book that talks about growth and how they had to deal with certain things in life. Like Ice is a good book, you know, like tap into this stuff, mixed drinks to skating. Wait, is this not even ice? Like ice? No. Oh yes, it is. Maybe we should read Ice. What is that about? Immigration and doing taxes and still getting deported. Okay, vamos a ir a ver al frente. Let's go. Okay, so with this book, right, we want it to be a little bit different compared to what our series is on our podcast, Seriously Girl Talk and Spill It Sis. We want this to be more of a conversational interaction between you and us, right? Because I feel like when you read a book, there's a lot to talk about, and there's a lot of stuff that we can relate or see things from a different perspective. Like you may see things from a different way that we see things, and we want to be able to hear that. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a date for when we will have our discussion on live, so that way you guys can tune in, and that way we can have a conversation about the book. Whether you read it or not, you know, I would still love to have your opinions, your viewpoints in, you know, what you see when we discuss the book. So stay tuned for that. I'm really looking forward to this. We want to connect a book to our podcast. So every month we will be reading a book and kind of tailoring it back to our conversation. So this is a lot of stuff that, you know, we go through in life, right? Maybe someone's an outsider, or, you know, the different cultures associated in, not associated, but the different cultures that come together in a world that has specific norms. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Because, and then in here it talks about how she defies those norms. Mm-hmm. So, just like as a woman, as a Hispanic, you know. So,
yeah. So stay tuned for that. And, you know, a lot of the stuff that we'll be talking about in the book, we'll be talking through Seriously Girl Talk and, you know, Spill It Sis, right? Spill It Sis is our version of you viewers talking to us, asking us questions, and we could provide advice and suggestions. And Seriously Girl Talk is basically stuff that we go through in our everyday life, you know, and how we deal with it. And now we have a book that talks about what others are doing outside and how they overcame certain obstacles, right, in our life that's different from somebody else. So overall, you know, I hope that this brings in a lot of personal growth, connection, and, you know, a community where we can all talk and discuss how we're feeling and what we experience.
Yeah, that was lovely said. Or said very lovely.
Mm-hmm. So, oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I just love connecting life to literature, like obsessed. I used to be an English teacher, so this is like definitely my cup of tea. And on my personal YouTube page, I have some videos discussing literature. And I think it's, like you said, it's very valuable. I agree with you.
Another thing I want to share with you guys, you know, personally, I love education. I love reading. I think it's very fundamental, as I previously said. I English was my favorite subject in school, even though I can't speak it proper, can't write it properly, you know. English was my favorite thing just because of the way I always connected to books. And when choosing a book, I had told Destiny, you know, I want something that relates to the culture that we're a part of, you know, and something that I feel like I want to know how other people experienced this and overcame certain things. Because being a Latina in a world where it's hard, you know, like there's certain things that we always have to overcome and get, like, do the work multiple times. Like, you know, I want to know how other people overcame those stereotypes, right, or those traditional norms. Because personally, I am Latina, but I don't confide or conform to what the roles are as a Latina. So, you know, this is something personally for me that I want to overcome and grow, you know, and see how others experience it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. I'm really excited, Katie.
I'm excited too.
Yeah, this is going to be so much fun. And it's so much fun to have someone to bounce ideas off of with. Like, I don't have to read this by myself, or she doesn't have to read that by herself. Like, we can actually talk about it, which is so much fun. And then you guys, when you guys chime in, that's even funner. So that's a wrap, friends. We're gonna end it here. Again, we'll be keeping you guys posted on the exact date on our Instagram page at Seriously Girl Talk. All of our handles is at Seriously Girl Talk, Insta, TikTok, YouTube. So that's a wrap, and we hope you follow us, continue to follow us on this journey. Again, we're always here Sunday, 5 p.m. on YouTube. And definitely follow us on Instagram because we post more frequently on there. Toodles!